Alright, so it's been 5 months since I bought my boat, and I'm going to share with you now what it's cost me to do so far.
Hey, y'all, this next bit's a lot like my day job, crunching numbers and whatnot, so it's a little dry, apologies, but here we go, nothing but the facts.
Had quite a few people ask me some specifics about pricing and everything and what I'm spending on this project, so figured I'd go ahead and make a short about it. Or not a short, but shorter than normal video. Anyways, so the first thing I guess is people want to know how much I paid for the boat to begin with. I certainly don't mind talking about this sort of stuff. I mean, it doesn't hurt me any for you to know what I shelled out for this so far. So for the boat itself, I paid $6,000. Some of you are going to think that's a steal. Others are going to think I got robbed. Feel free to leave your comments below. It's always interesting to see what people think. But that's what I paid for it. She'd been sitting abandoned in the marina for a couple of years at this point. Anyways, $6,000 for the boat itself. The next big thing, which if you've been watching the channel, you know, I swapped out my diesel engine for a 10 kilowatt electric drive system. That, including the motor, all the associated components that control it, displays, which the display I came with is kind of iffy. I bought some upgraded ones, but basically including everything except the batteries. For the motor kit, I paid $3,803.73. So we're starting to get up there towards that $10,000 range at this point, and the journey is far from over. After the boat and the motor itself, next biggest thing is going to be Amazon purchases, actually. As you've seen, I've been taking on tons of different little projects, all sorts of things, and those little things add up. You know, if I get a light, I also need wire to run to it. I need a wire nut. I need some of that little goop to keep it from oxidizing. All these little things add up, and so collectively, for all the projects I've done so far in the first 5 months of owning this boat, on Amazon alone, for assorted parts, components, etc., I have spent $1,844.63. After Amazon, the next biggest item is going to be the batteries themselves. So keep in mind, I have 8 batteries that are dedicated just for the motor. It's 2 banks wired together to make 48 volts each with 105 amp hours at 48 volts for each bank. In addition to those 8, I've got the one other house battery, which I'd like to add another to it, honestly, but I've got the one other battery of this same kind, but just one, so 12 volt, 105 amp hours. So collectively, I purchased 9 batteries, and I got those through Batteries Plus, not paid promotion, just that was a convenient place near me. So for those batteries, I paid $1,697.50. But the list continues. That is not all. After that, the next biggest expenditure is a place to park the boat. Don't have a trailer for this. I wouldn't want it on a trailer. I'd like keeping it in the water. So I rent a slip and I pay for electricity in that slip. And over the last 5 months, I have spent a total on slip rent and electricity of $1,278.68. Now we're still not done. We've got 2 more line items to go. Second to last biggest item is going to be Lowe's. Everything that's needed a bolt, the majority of my wire, just all kinds of stuff has come from Lowe's. Tools, sandpaper, just you name it. The list is almost as long as that of Amazon. And collectively, for all that assorted hardware, tools, and supplies I purchased from Lowe's, I came to $1,165.14. Now we're almost home on this. We got one more line item to go and we can total it out. When I was still trying to get that engine running, when I thought there was hope and I had the desire, I spent some money on stuff for that, including a starter, 2 batteries, and a handful of other, fluids, lubricants, hoses, da-da-da-da-da. I was able to recoup my money on those batteries. I still had to just kind of eat it on the starter and the other associated crap I bought trying to get that engine going. So after recouping my money on the 2 batteries, I spent in total, or wasted in total on that engine, $259.03 and 23 cents. And that does not include the 10 gallons of diesel fuel. So I don't know what, another 35 bucks there, but that didn't figure into my lines because I couldn't find a receipt for it. So if you're a math nerd like myself and you've been following along, then what I'm about to say next is going to come as no shock to you. So far this year, in the 5 months since I purchased my boat, I have spent a grand total of $16,048.91. Now, that's just the first 5 months. I'm still looking at about a year and 4 months before taking off to the Bahamas. Still looking at 3+ months, going to enjoying time there and coming back from the Bahamas. So there's still more expenditures to come. Looking forward over just kind of the next 6 months or so, it's really all I'm going to focus on at the moment. I've got some estimates for how things are going to go, just thinking of what's coming up work on the boat wise, or work wise on the boat. Going to have to continue to pay for my slip and my electricity, so about $1,550 over the next 6 months. I am also going to want to haul out at some point because I need to do some work on the bottom. I have looked at one place in particular down in the Norfolk, Hampton Roads area, Newport News and all that, and I'm thinking that my haul out's going to be $450, and then of course storage on land, 2 to 3 months, so that's going to be $500 to $750. For those two, just based on things I had done, I've stuck 408 and 544 in the lines for that. Additionally, I'm going to need some more tools. I'm going to need an orbital sander so I can work on the bottom of the boat. And I'm going to need a small generator, not just to power tools while I'm there working on it on the hard, but also in general. I mean, I have an electric boat. I don't yet have solar panels, although that is in the plans. So in general, it's not a bad idea to have a generator. So I'm thinking a smaller one, probably ballpark of $600. Bigger projects that I've got coming up that I need to get done, I want to get the deck paint and supplies. It's going to be about $250. Topside paint, primer, thinner, about another $450. Bottom paint, about $250. The prop, I still think I want to replace my prop. I want to go from a 3-blade or from a 2-blade to a 3. Plus mine's not in great shape anyways, so I've earmarked about $400 for that. May go higher. I know they go high quickly. I do want to either put on a bimini or a rack for solar panels that can kind of serve as a bimini. So I'm planning on about $300 for that. I need to replace these windows here on either side in this main cabin. Both of them, the seals are completely trashed. None of them open. So I want to replace those and put some hatched openings in them. And for that, I've budgeted $500. Also want to be building a Dodger. I plan to do this, to actually build a hard Dodger out of fiberglass and put some windows in it. I'm planning about $750 for that. Then I've got to still put in a holding tank and fix up the shower / bathroom sink somehow. I've earmarked $500 for that. And then for other just general products and materials, I went ahead and ballparked an even $1,000. So again, my math nerds, if you're with me, I came up to a grand total, plus or minus, of $7,602 that I'm going to be spending on this boat in the next 6 months. I say this, but I don't have all of those dollars in my pocket today. I've been doing this project as I go. I did have a nice little nest egg set aside specifically for this boat, but that's pretty much tapped out at this point, and I'm more or less doing projects on a check-by-check kind of basis. Anyway, so that's where I'm at with the finances of the boat. I just wanted to share that with you all. Again, I've had some people ask, so So far, the first 5 months, I've spent $16,048.91. In the upcoming 6 months, I anticipate spending another $7,602. So I'm still doing better than spending 200 grand on a fancy yacht from Boat Trader, but it's not cheap either.
There's more than one way to come up with that kind of money. 7K is a lot to extract from just my paycheck, but I am still going to be heading into the office here, crunching numbers and stacking some of my own numbers and making regular contributions towards the boat fund. Numbers, business. But that's not going to cut it by itself. Another way I'll be making some extra money for this project is going back to my roots a little bit. I did contracting work for years, primarily in kitchen and bathroom remodels and renovations, but I'm pretty handy with tools and very rarely find a project I can't handle. It's just more of a matter of squeezing it into my existing work schedule. So this morning I'm actually on my way to do odd job. It's kind of a larger odd job, but it's not going to take multiple days or anything. I'm going to help some folks level an area for an above ground pool, so that'll put a nice little chunk of change into the boat fund. And of course, I still need to get around to listing this bad boy. I don't know exactly how much it's worth, but it's worth something. But that's worth the fun too. Well, that's all for this special episode on the finances of my boat project so far. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this entertaining or educational or something better than wasting your time, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you out there soon.